Hi, good morning. Thank you for joining me today on my short presentation. Hope everyone's comfortable, but I'll try to make this kind of quick. Just one moment, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? What? What happened? At school? They were shot? Now, I don't want to alarm you. That was a fake phone call. But very realistically, it's a real phone call that thousands of parents have started to experience more over recent years. As times become more polarizing and stressful, things have gotten worse, especially with schools and targeting children to get to adults. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's hope and there's things that we can do starting now to prevent phone calls like that from gaining more and more consistency and commonality in our society. But you don't have to take my word for it. I brought proof. So there is a report from the U.S. Department of Justice that specializes and explains that uniforms in schools have been a significant factor in helping protect children from problems like that. Now, how does a uniform help a child from maybe a public shooting or a public school shooting? Well, the U.S. Department recorded that schools with uniforms have significantly less number of children dying in these types of situations, specifically because it allows them to have a school uniform rather than being dressed in colors of, for example, their gang, like in New York and California. The red signifies, for example, the Blood Gang, blue is the Crips. Having those colors all full paints a child as a target. So why is this important? Well, we either all have children, know a child, have a cousin, a niece, a nephew, and us ourselves were children at one point. So this is important for all of us to understand and to really take seriously. But besides the safety, there are other benefits for the actual child. There's social benefits involved, which I will be getting to shortly. But I want to start with the most significant, which is safety. Now, gangs and protecting them from being dressed by their parents in gang colors is just the first. Now, forget gangs. Regular school with all the children inside, and someone breaks in. If someone breaks in and there's a uniform policy, and you see all of these people wearing one or two colors, let's say the uniform colors are red and blue or red and white, and someone shows up in yellow or black, they're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. And then when that happens, it starts to cause and provoke questions like, why are they wearing that? Hey, does that person look familiar? Do you know who that is? What grade are they in? Are they even a student? They look a little older. And it can cause this line of questioning to help you understand and identify if there is an intruder. This was documented on schoolsecurity.org. A school website where they take down these types of analytics. So having things like this can help the staff be able to question and find the right people before it's too late. Wearing uniforms can also help students feel more assimilated in big groups. Now we're going to dive into the social aspect. So for a child starting school at a young age, it's always difficult. We see the videos where they're crying, they don't want to let mom go. But once they get older, they get used to it. But getting used to it is one thing. Enjoying it, feeling part of a community is another experience. Uniforms help students understand that they are an integral part of their school culture. And this was recorded on squadlocker.com, where students gave their opinions and they surveyed to see if they enjoyed uniforms and how that affected them. So in a sense, this promotes the habit of tradition. You have this tradition of wearing a uniform, which can help you form the traditions on your own. And further, it promotes a sense of equality. We all look the same, we're all treated the same, we're all learning the same. Now, these important goals for your children do not have to be difficult to reach. That is why we need to take the time to make our voices heard. We need to take the time to vocalize this. And how do we vocalize this? PTA, Parent-Teacher Association meetings. These are the type of things that you should be discussing. We want to enforce uniform. This topic has been up for discussion for a long time. I myself remember being in school and wanting to change my uniforms, seeing this topic on tests, on essays, standardized testing specifically. How do we prevent uniforms from being revoked? Making it known and making it heard that we do not wish or intend to provoke them. And PTA is just the first step. City council meetings. Do your part. Social media has been such a growing factor in our daily lives. If we take a step to publicize these thoughts, to make little presentations as I am today, informing how important this is in keeping our children safe and helping them grow in a community that promotes them and helps their differences, we must continue this tradition. So I hope that when you go to your next PTA meeting, city council meeting, and so on and so forth, or have this discussion even with coworkers or friends or family, you keep these things in mind and you work and do your part to spread this awareness and to spread the importance and the role, the significance that uniforms really do have in the school community. So again, thank you for your time. I appreciate you all being here.